Hello my lovely bubbly people. My name is Jessica and I'm with Bubby's Bubbles. Tonight we're going to be making a soap called Part of Your World. This soap is inspired by The Little Mermaid. About a month and a half ago I asked my followers on Instagram what kind of theme soap you want to see from me. Well, someone said The Little Mermaid, and I'm here tonight to deliver on that. I have been working really hard on it. It's a pretty complicated soap. I may have bit off more than I can chew. I'm using soap dough, which is a lot like polymer clay, but it's made out of soap, and there's a lot of detail to this soap. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let's make the Part of Your World soap. Alrighty, I've got my oils and my lye water solution ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and get my mixer, pop it, make sure all the air bubbles came out, and then slowly pour my lye water solution into my oils. Pop that over to the side, and I am going to mix my oils and my lye water solution until just past emulsification. Okay, so that is the trace that I want, and it's actually a little bit past emulsification, but that's okay because we want it to kind of thicken up kind of quick this time. Whoops, knocked over my alcohol, my rubbing alcohol. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to pour off a good amount of this for the frosting later. Okay, so the first layer is going to be the sand, and I'm going to be doing it with Gold Sparkle Mica from Brambleberry. I'm just going to be doing about a teaspoon of it because this fragrance has vanilla in it, so it is going to be turning it a brownish discoloration, and that's okay. We want that because we want it to look sandy. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that mica in first. And just kind of pat it around first so that way we don't get the poof of the mica. It's giving us a nice goldy sand color. And then it's going to darken up a bit with the fragrance oil. So I'm going to put about 1/3 of my pre-measured fragrance oil in there. That's probably about 1/3. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mix this. And I'm actually going to mix this for quite a while so I can make it thicken up faster. And I've got it thickened up to about where I want it, and then we'll allow it to thicken up some more in the mold. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this in the mold. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to actually need all of it, but I'm just going to kind of eye it. And yeah, I'm not going to use all of it. I'm going to go ahead and put this off to the side, and I'll probably put it in a little container so that I can use it later for a future project. And I'm going to take this down to the floor and tap it down to get some air bubbles out and just make sure it's even. Alright, so while we wait for that to thicken up, I'm going to go ahead and make the piping that we're going to be doing. So here's the piping, and it should be kind of, yeah, thickening up already, which is good. We want that. First thing I'm going to do is add black oxide pigment, and pray for me that I don't make a mess because I always make a mess with this. Oh, I forgot to shake it. Hold on. Let's close it all away. Okay, and I've already added water to my black oxide pigment, so just going to put just a bit. There we go. We'll see what color we get, and then we might add some more. And it looks like that was plenty. So the reason why I'm doing this black is because in the song Part of Your World, the cave looks really black gray. So I want it to be like not a full-on opaque black, but like a shadowed cave color, so a shadowed black gray, and it looks like that color is coming out beautifully. So I'm going to go ahead and mix it with the hand mixer. Alright, and that looks nice. And I'm going to take the hand mixer out so that I don't accidentally almost knock it over again. And then I'm going to add about 1/3 of the fragrance oil. And then the last 1/3 is going to be for the water. And now we have to wait for the piping to thicken up as well. So while we wait for everything to thicken up, I am working on the glycerin soap part of it. And I added a tiny bit of Brilliant Blue Mica from Nurture Soap. And I literally just put just a tiny bit. And I just wanted to give it a little bit of a blue color, but I still wanted it to be clear. So it looks like it's not fully melted. I'm going to go and finish melting it. Alright, so it is looking great. We've got a nice blue color going there, but it's still really see-through, and that's how we want it, because we want it to look like water, like the ocean. So I am going to check our sand here. Pull this back over here. Alright, I'm going to check our sand with a spoon and just see. It does look like it's thickened up enough. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put our seaweed into it. And I have some marks on this side, I can show you kind of like that, that show me where to put the seaweed so that way it's not going to get cut, hopefully. But I'm just going to stick seaweed in the sand, and hopefully that'll give it a pretty cool look. And I gotta kind of think about the next step as well while I'm doing it. Okay, so the seaweed is all inside. Our seaweed is all inside, and I am going to see if our piping is ready or not. Okay, our piping seems like it's ready for this first part, so I'm going to go ahead and get it ready for the first part that we're going to be using it for. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get this soap on the sides of the seaweed without ruining the seaweed. So I am going to do my best with a spoon instead of piping it. You know, when I designed it, I didn't think about this part. I didn't think about how much room I was going to have, really. So, let's see here. Let's see if I can do... Oh, I'm so scared. This. Oh, and I did get a little bit on there, but that's okay. So yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it like this. Okay. Now I'm going to add some of the water very carefully. And just kind of fill that in. And I'm going to let that dry for a second. And then I'm going to fill in the sides with the black piping a little bit more. Alrighty, I'm going to spray some alcohol, and then I'm going to spray the rest of our clear soap. Alrighty, and then I'm going to spray some more alcohol. Okay, and I'm going to let that harden up just a bit. And then I'm going to gently pour. To overflow, and it already did a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna let that harden up, and then we'll be back. Alright, my camera died, and then my piping started to get too hard while my water, the clear soap, was still not hardened. So I've got a murder scene going on. But I think it came out okay, so let me go ahead and show you guys. Here is the Part of Your World soap. I didn't end up using the pieces that I had made sea anemone for because it just didn't look right. They were huge and it just did not look right. And thankfully, I made enough extra corals and barnacles and grass to go for both sides just in case. So apparently I thought ahead with that. But let me go ahead and show you. There's a murder scene of clear soap all over. It's spilt and I had to just keep going because my piping was hardening up and I had to put my embeds in, and I was just like, you know what, there's gonna be mess, that's okay, let's just try and make sure this soap turns out good. So here it is with the coral, and I got coral on both sides, and the idea, I don't have gloves on because I'm not touching it anymore, but the idea is that this is the top of the cave and this is the overlooking opening of the cave, and then the water's in here, and then there's some coral, and again I'll show that picture here of that scene I'm talking about with Ariel looking through the hole. It's a very iconic scene. We're gonna cut it in 24 to 48 hours. I hope it comes out good, so I'll see you guys then. Alright, hello my lovely bubbly people. I am back, and it has been 48 hours since I made this soap. At the 24-hour mark, I took it out of the silicone mold, but it was still really soft, so I allowed it to harden some more, and it feels pretty hard. I tried to clean up some of the melt and pour glycerin that kind of overflowed from last time when we made it, and I am going to go ahead and clean up the rest of that once it's cut, because I think it'll be easier to clean up once it's cut. And let's go ahead and cut into this. I'm really excited, really scared also, because I'm just so afraid that I'm going to ruin all of the coral by cutting into it. Okay, so this coral is just so close together. I'm afraid I am going to cut the actual coral in order to get this going. And let's see here. I'm going to actually turn it towards me so that way I am cutting it straighter, hopefully, or cutting it straight. Okay. Okay, everybody say a little prayer. Wish me luck here. Okay. Let's see what it looks like on the inside. Okay, this one, it looks like I started to cut into some of that seaweed. Let me see here. Oh, but on this side, it looks like you can actually see the seaweed really well. So I'm probably gonna shave this off just to clean it up because it is the edge. But that looks pretty cool. You can see through it. So let's go ahead and do the next slice. If I sound like I'm breathing loud, I am. I've got a cold. So I apologize for anyone who has like misophonia or something. Okay, wiping off my knife. Measuring out another inch. And you can see there's the seaweed here, and then we've got the cave walls here, and then the top of the cave here. And I am really liking how this came out. That's pretty awesome. And then we've got the coral here at the top. We have a little broken coral. I figured that was gonna happen at least a few times. So let's see here. Oh, look at that one! That looks great! We've got the seaweed down in there on both sides. So that's pretty cool. Got the seaweed on both sides, and I don't know if it comes out on camera, but there's actually like a 3D effect because you can see the seaweed on the other side inside as well. That's pretty cool. I did not expect that at all. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I really am happy with how it came out. It didn't come out exactly how I wanted, but it came out beautifully, and I'm just really happy with the end result. And I hope you guys like it as well. It smells delicious. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!